Alright, what's going on, guys? I got you another episode of story time today. Today I'm going to tell you about this pedophile coach that we had when I was in middle school. But real quick, before we get into the story, I do want to just quickly say that I have started doing the Batman Arkham Knight walkthrough. My second channel, I think I'm like 4 episodes in by the time this video goes up or whatever. So if that sort of thing interests you or whatever, I mean the response on it has been pretty good so far. People seem to be liking it. So if that sort of thing interests you, the link will be in the description so y'all can go over there and check that out, because I'm trying to post some other games, but I don't want to put it all on this channel. Trying to just grow that second channel to where I can play other games on there. But anyways, let us get into today's story. Alright, so the story takes place when I was in middle school. So that was actually a pretty long time ago. Damn, I feel fucking old just thinking about that. The story, it kind of takes place over the course of a few years. I was in middle school, and back then I used to actually play football and basketball. And then once pretty much everyone played football in middle school because they didn't have the other sports in middle school. I don't know if they do now, but you know, they only had football, basketball, and track. They didn't have baseball, soccer, and all that sort of stuff in middle school. So pretty much everyone just played football. And we had this weirdo motherfucking coach. Now, for the purposes of this video, of course, we're going to call him Coach Winston. Thought that was a nice little name for him. Now, Coach Winston, he was just a weird fucking dude. And just keep in mind, like, we're all pretty young at this age. You know, we're 13, 14 years old. We're pretty young, but even at that age, like, we could tell that there just wasn't something right about him. Like, he was just a weird motherfucker. He was just awkward. There was just something wrong about him. You know, the best way I could describe it is like, you know, on the news when you see that a school got shot up or whatever, and they finally show the picture of the kid that shot up the school, and you just look at him and you're like, yeah, that's like what I would expect someone to look like if they wanted to shoot up a school. That's what a school shooter looks like. If you look at this dude and you look at him and you're just thinking about it, you're like, yeah, that's what I expect a fucking pedophile to look like. This dude right here. So I'll give you a little kind of a little description of him. Now, think of like a giraffe, right? And now think of like a human-shaped giraffe. Like, this dude had the longest fucking neck ever. Like, just a long fucking neck. He had some super thick-ass glasses. See the future type shit. They look like some swimming goggles. Just, that dude could see like next week what would happen with those things, alright? So, he had that, and then he'd always wear like his pants just high as fuck, dude. Like, literally, they probably were right at his nipples, like no exaggeration, and there'd just be like some short shorts, just half his leg would be sticking out, just like a weird fucking dude, man. And he'd always wear like a visor, just a weird motherfucker, man. Like, just this dude had no sense of style or nothing. He just was awkward as fuck. The dude was like 5'8", 110 pounds. Like, he was just a fucking giraffe, dude, just a stick giraffe, just poking his little fucking neck around everywhere. If his neck was normal size, he'd probably be like 5'1", but he had like a 8-inch long neck. Just looked like a weird motherfucker. Now I'm gonna give y'all some examples of what exactly was the weird shit that he would do, because at first we didn't realize it. Like, we just had our doubts or whatever, but it wasn't until after we already graduated middle school, we were in high school, then like shit started going down. But anyway, that's later in the story. So let's talk about, you know, while we were currently in middle school. So you guys know in football, it's kind of just an accepted thing that you can just like slap your teammate's ass and you're like, tell them, hey, good job, man. Just give them a little ass slap. You know, there's nothing homosexual about it. You know, it's just an accepted behavior on the football field. It's really just a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm fucking saying. It's just a widely accepted, no homo understanding. So, here's where it gets kind of weird. Coach Winston over here also liked to get in on these ass-slapping festivities. And that's where it was weird because, you know, it's okay if, like, a bunch of kids are doing it to each other. You know, it's just funny, haha, whatever. But this dude's, like, 40 doing it to a 13-year-old. That's when it gets kind of weird. Just at any situation he could find, he would try to do that. You know what I'm saying? It was just so weird because even in the NFL, like, grown men do it in the NFL, but, you know, they're doing it to other grown men. And everyone there has the mutual understanding that, like, it's whatever. It's okay. It's just normal behavior. But this is like a grown man doing it to children. So anyway, it's like just any situation this sick motherfucker could find, right? He would just find an excuse to just get at that ass, man. He was just waiting for it, just like a lion in the bushes, just waiting to pounce on your ass. Just a weird motherfucker. Like, you do good in the drill, boom, slapping your ass. You walk onto the field, boom, you getting your ass slapped. You make a play in the game, coming to the sidelines, getting that ass slapped. Anything. You say, hey, coach, in the hallway, boom, he's slapping that ass. Just a weird motherfucker. Like, fool was just going to town. Any opportunity, you just made eye contact with him, he'd rush over, just slap that ass. Now, if that wasn't weird enough, because, you know, that, it's like borderline freaky shit. Like, he could get away with it just because, you know, that's an accepted behavior in football. So he kind of got away with it, you know what I mean? But the next shit he did was creepy as fuck too. So after practice, you know, we'd always come back to the locker room and, you know, we'd get changed, get ready to go to school. Everybody take a shower. You do have those weird motherfuckers that don't. They just be going to class just sweaty as shit, smelling like ass. And you're like, what the fuck is this dude doing? Anyways, but, you know, everyone's taking their showers. They're, you know, they're getting ready for class, doing all their stuff. And this motherfucker would always walk out of the coach's office, right? Because the rest of the coaches, they would stay in there. They'd be doing their paperwork or whatever. But this motherfucker, I don't know, he would always just walk around just to find an excuse to walk around and just see, like, various stages of undress of little fucking boys. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. Like, he just, for example, you know, he'd walk out of the office, he'd see, you know, his target that he likes, and he'd be like, hey, yo, Johnson, good job out there today, son. You did a good job. And Johnson's over there, just no shirt on, just a towel or something, trying to get dressed. This motherfucker's over here trying to have a convo with him. Or he'd go over to someone else and he'd be like, yo, Smith, come here. Oh, I like the effort you put out there today, son. You did a really good job. And Smith is over here just naked as shit, just like, why are you talking to me, dude? What the, you see I don't got no clothes on, man? Get the fuck away from me, you know, that type of shit. I mean, he got away with it because it was so, like, borderline. Anyways, I could go on for days about all the weird shit that he does, but this video is starting to get a little long, so let me just keep it at those two. Those are probably the most two weird things that he used to do. We all thought about it, we're like, dude, this guy's really just fucking weird, but, I mean, no one really said anything because, you know, like I said, it's so borderline that you couldn't really say anything. Anyways, nothing, like, too crazy, like, he didn't, like, rape a kid or nothing like that, you know, so we ended up all graduating from middle school. We were all in high school, and then my sophomore year, so 2 years later after 8th grade, my sophomore year, we end up finding out that we were right about this motherfucker the whole time, man, and he finally got what was coming to him. So basically, actually, before we even do that, I'll let you guys guess in the comments. I don't think anyone will be able to guess it because he just did some psycho shit. Like, no one, you wouldn't even believe what he did. So you guys can all guess in the comments right now if you think you know what he did. We end up finding out, you know, that Coach Winston got fired. And we're like, yo, what the fuck? What happened? What did he do? You know, what's going on? And here it is. He, a 40-year-old man, after practice, was taking a shower with 13/14-year-old students. So he got fired, and I don't think he actually, like, touched anyone or molested a kid or anything like that. I believe he was just in there taking a shower. I think if he hadn't got caught, he might have done some molesting up in there, you know, just dropping that soap up in there, you know what I'm saying? We were just so, like, mind blown. We're like, we fucking knew it, you know what I mean? Like, we're just like, you know what? We were right. This guy's a freak. He's over there taking showers with the kids. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, what I would do in that situation. Like, we're in there, you know, we're all after practice, we're trying to get ready for class, and this old motherfucker just comes in there, just dick out, swinging around, just swinging that thing, comes up next to me, stands next to me, and just starts taking a shower. Aw, fuck no. About to just grip him up by his long fucking neck and hit him with the RKO right there on the fucking tile of the shower. Just leave him fucking slumped in the shower. Knock the fuck out.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fuck it feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet.